Yes, sir. Happy Friday Eve. It's your boy, Interwebs, M Biggity, the M-Balm. Back at it with another video. Why? Because the electric company known as RG&E is trying to scam more money out of us, as they always do. And we had a hearing lately. You may or may not know this, but a hearing happened where people were airing their grievances. And I didn't go, obviously. I'm too fucking busy for that. You know, we got a lot of stuff going on. Trying to clean this fucking house up, pack shit up, and get moving and ready to sell. And work is, full-time work and all that stuff. So I don't have time to go to a hearing and air my grievances. But I have a platform that I can do this on. Whether it be big or small, does not fucking matter. I have a platform, and I want to air the grievances I have. But let's dive into this a little bit while these advertisements like to play. And Josh Allen will tell you how much the bills fucking rule, right? It says customers of Rochester Gas and Electric describe the impacts on their finance, health, and safety during the initial public hearing on a proposed rate increase for electric and gas delivery at Rochester City Hall on September 30th. Okay, that happened 2 days ago. The stories shared included families leaving open oven doors to heat their home in the winter, taking on credit card debt to make payments, or being overcharged thousands of dollars, which I think I've maybe talked about that before in previous videos. But yeah, that's been happening for quite a bit. So, it says most of the speakers decried the proposed increase in the delivery fees, which would equate to an additional $51.88 per month starting in 2027. The Public Service Commission, which reviews rate increases for utilities, held the hearing. So before I move on, let's just put it this way, okay? RG&E, also NYSEG in certain parts of this area, have already raised prices, okay? They've already raised the prices. We've felt that. There's a lot of discrepancies that a lot of people have grieved, air their grievances about. They've done these weird digital fucking meters that some people opted out of. Maybe I did. I plead the fifth on this. They charge you extra for that because you didn't get it, which is fucking crazy. But then people also said when they got these digital meters that they started getting charged even more, an ungodly rate of amount of money for the gas and electric bill that they've never been charged before. Which, you know what? If it happened, it happened, and I think that's fucked up. I wasn't there. But there's a lot more than just one or two people saying that. And if you're one of those people, comment down below, because I'd like to know his story. There are months that I even have gone through this where they don't even bill you. You get $0.00 as your due, and the month after that, they just fucking double it. Now, I guess the smart thing to do is, put money away, blah, blah, blah. Life isn't always that easy to navigate. Sometimes you need the money to purchase this or whatever. Food, car repair, whatever. So then you get to the next month. Now you have, instead of, say, a $200 bill, you have a $400 bill. Or some fucking funny business happens and now you have a $782 bill and 56 cents. May or may not be a true fucking story. The point I'm trying to make is people are struggling to pay the bill now. Again, you just saw it. They have the oven open to heat the house. They're doing all these other things to save on paying for the gas and electric bill. And now they want to raise it again. They want to do another price hike, which, I know I said it before and I'll say it again. You have to open up your wallet wider than your asses at this point, because they're reaming you left and right, and there's nothing anybody's going to be able to do about it. We can go to hearings, we can air our grievances, but at the end of the day, I think we know the outcome, and we just need to accept the outcome and just accept that greedy little bastards that run this company will get what they want because they're going to cry like a fucking toddler, jump up and down, wah, wah, wah. We need the money for infrastructure, blah, blah, blah. Like, come on, bro. Everything's an excuse to get more money out of you. It's fucking nuts. But let's take a look here, okay? It says the proposal from RG&E calls for a $220 million increase in electric delivery revenue and $72.9 million increase in natural gas delivery revenue. The additional revenue would derive from the static delivery charge on utility bills, which fund infrastructure costs. The proposed increase in monthly delivery bills for RG&E customers on 600 kilowatt hours of electricity and 83 therms of gas would be $33.01 and $18.87 respectively. So basically an extra $600 a year for gas and electric altogether. Again, people are already struggling. The costs of living have skyrocketed. Some people thought voting in a certain somebody and everything else would drive everything down and everything would go back to, oh, everything's good. And it doesn't work that way. I think that if you think that a rich elitist in a suit and tie on whatever side is going to get into office and make your life a living better, not a living hell, you should probably get a psych evaluation at this point, because this has been an endless cycle. And what's that definition? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results? I don't know. I may be dumb, but I'm not stupid. I think it's called insanity. Yeah, that's what we've been doing. And we think that things are going to change for the better. It never does. It never does. New Yorkers to face massive energy bill hike. It's coming. It's coming. Prep your ass. Get it lubed. You are about to get fucked by RG&E. A company release identified the rate increase as designed to pay for rebuilding an aging grid and expanding its capacity to meet residents and businesses' service demands. Yeah, we gotta fund the solar panels and all this other shit. Oh, good, look at that. They're canceling me. They don't want me to talk about this. I don't give a shit. I'm talking about it anyways. It says customers, blah, 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 blah. We've already talked about that. Kyle Rosenthal, a Greece resident and owner of sustainability. I love when these shitty, I'm sorry. Just give me a moment here, because this is the kind of shit, they want you to pay for this shit. You're out of your fucking mind. I'm trying to read something and they just keep jumping you around like a fucking asshole. Oh my God. Okay, let's get back to it. He's a resident of Greece and owner of sustainability consulting firm Sustain with Age, said the RG&E proposal is intentionally egregious to land at a smaller negotiated number. The actual increase, even if considerably small, would still impact customers, he said. Yeah, it will. None of this stuff they ever tell you is true. And if you believe in it, you should, again, have a psych evaluation. There's no fucking way that they're just going to not rip you off even more, for the lack of better terminology. I could say worse things, but I'm choosing not to. I'm trying to be a little bit more, zen. If we want to continue being the state of opportunity, one with lower bills and cleaner, more reliable energy, we will reject these proposals, including the increase in return on equity, and ensure that a real transition from gas is put into place, Rosenthal said. I have a question for you. Can we see the profits, the net profits of RG&E in the last few years, even if it's 3 years? Can we see what their profits are at the end of each fiscal year since 2022? We'll give them we'll do it from 2022 to how about this? 2021 to 2024. Let's see it. Because if you are profiting and then you have enough money to pay for this and then still have some to pocket, because that's where it's going to go anyways, then that just proves you don't need this. And don't give me that bullshit of, well, everything's been harder now and everything went up. Yeah, okay, multi-billion-dollar company that wants to just keep hiking people's bill up. It's insanity. The day we finally fucking put our foot down and step up and say, hey, this is enough, we haven't done that yet. We're trying to get it clear here that we don't like this and we don't want to have to pay more because it is egregious. We're struggling as it is as a society to afford, living conditions at this point. I mean, we have people opening up fucking ovens and shit to heat their house so that way they're not paying extra in gas. It's a little alarming, don't you think? And it's happening more than you think, whether you like it or not. Not sponsored. Don't look at the free rant. By the way, I will say they have good coffee. Anyways, RG&E electric bill, energy bill rising for 2027. Rochester City Councilman Michael Patterson spoke out against the rate increase, calling it outrageous and absolutely unacceptable. This rate increase is not graduated. It is not based upon your income. It's not. They don't give a fuck if you're making $20,000 a year or $130,000 a year. It is simply, you use it, we're going to take it, and if you don't pay us, we're going to shut you off. And they will. They have done it. Go ask the families that have suffered because they couldn't afford the goddamn bill. And now they're left without air conditioning or heat or whatever the case is, no lights. How are they supposed to live like that? I'd like to know. Answer that down in the comments if you can. A second public hearing was held later the same day at 6 p.m., also at Rochester City Hall. Public comments are also accepted through October 24th online at dps.ny.gov. By mail to, you can express your grievances that way. And there you have it. So what's your thoughts on this? If you live in the area and you are in the area of RG&E and NYSEG and all that, what's your thoughts on this? Comment down below what your thoughts are, because quite frankly, I think a lot of us feel this way. This is bullshit. This isn't like a company's deciding to raise its rates and you can go, okay, you know what? I can't afford that. So let's go somewhere else where we can afford it. Doesn't exist. It does not exist. This company, through all the loopholes and everything else in between, has found a way to monopolize the market here. And whether you like it or not, there are no other decisions you can make. There are no options to choose from. You get RG&E or you get nothing. That's it. You don't get to go, oh, there's a little electric company called X, Y, and Z, and I could just go there and use their electric and gas services and pay a little bit less. It's more affordable. Doesn't exist here. Unless you live in the town of Fairport where they have Fairport Electric. I heard that's a little bit less. I don't know by how much. I've never lived in Fairport, but I can tell you at least they have an option. And maybe that's how they can get around these, oh, we're not really a monopoly when there's other things like that out there. Whatever, dude. Same thing with NYSEG. NYSEG's RG&E. Where else are you going? So I guess my question to you now is, what do you think should happen? What do we do? Do we just bend over, lube up, spread our ass cheeks apart and go, price hike away? Go ahead. How do you combat this? I'm curious. How do you combat it? Because this sucks. If your bill's like, if you're already paying a lot of money and you can't afford it, how the hell are you supposed to afford another price hike? And I know they've already said, oh, we're gonna have a plan where it's gonna go up gradually over a course of 5 years and blah blah blah. Doesn't matter. Do you think the cost of living is gonna come down in that time? Do you think magically that people are gonna get a pay increase in 5 years to match the cost of living and your price hike? Doubtful. Hasn't happened since this bullshit started. Isn't happening now, and is not going to happen anytime soon, if at all. Probably doubtful. People are struggling, and all politicians and businesses want to do is reap the benefits of their failures, which I start to question if they're failures to begin with. Are these failures by their end, or are they done on purpose? Keeps you thinking a little bit here. I don't like it. I think it's fucking egregious. I think that they're capitalizing on people with other agendas. And I'm all for believing in climate change because I believe in it. I believe in that. It happens. I mean, we've had ice ages on the earth, so you can't tell me that climate change doesn't ever happen. And I don't like the fact that people in politics and in businesses are reaping the benefits of that even, and capitalizing on people's emotions and feelings because of it. Now, whether or not we can do something to prevent the downfall of our climate and ruin the sustainability of life, of human life on this planet, I'm not arguing that. I would like to say, yeah, we should be figuring things out like that. But to sit there and say things like, we're going to raise your fucking electric and gas on the argument of, oh, this is going to help the earth become a better place to live, kiss my ass, okay? Kiss my ass. All you're doing is using people. You're using an argument to capitalize on it and line your fucking pockets. While people are already struggling to remain warm in the wintertime and cool in the summertime. Oh, and by the way, they're already struggling to fucking feed their families, let alone themselves. You, on the other hand, can go home at night in your fucking multi-million-dollar mansion. You can easily put your electric and gas in motion. You can warm your house up, cool it down. You could leave all the lights on in the world that you have in your house, in your mansion. And then some. You could run every TV that you have, and then you probably have like 110,000 different TVs in your house. I'm exaggerating, but you get where I'm coming at. You get where I'm coming from. People are struggling, and you want to raise the prices even more. And you want to blame it on delivery and infrastructure and this, that, and the other. It's like, you know what? Show us your goddamn profits for the last 3 fiscal years. Please, go ahead. I want to see. I think everybody wants to see how much RG&E is netting in profits, because they act like they're hurting. They're not hurting. A lot of businesses profit all the time, claim that they're hurting. RG&E is one of them. Now, I know there's people out there that want to group the people that work for RG&E in this whole thing, and I'm gonna stop you right there for a minute. Don't do that. Have I ever had an encounter on the phone with somebody who was condescending and deserved to be grouped in this? Maybe. But for the majority of them, the ones that do work to make it so that way we can get power to our houses and apartments and all that stuff and heat our homes and all that and cool them, the ones that are out there on the poles, the ones that are making the things like that happen, don't blame them. They're just trying to earn a living like everyone else. Blame the fucking greedy bastards that run this company. Blame the ones that make the decision to capitalize on your suffering already and say, well, we don't have enough money to pay for all this stuff. Are you sure? Are you sure? I don't think the people that own this company are hurting. I promise you that. I promise you. Wording to the birdie on this shit, I could tell you right now, this is going to be, it's going to happen. And in the late great words of King Cobra JFS, that's most definitely not what's up. But it's coming. I don't foresee them stopping this price hike. I foresee them going along with it. And if I'm wrong, I'll be happy, but I don't foresee that happening. The price hike is more than likely coming, and we are all going to be paying an extra God knows how much, depending upon how much we already pay. So, at the end of the day, it's like, ain't much you can do about it. You're kind of at the mercy of the people that make these decisions and the people in New York State that will approve this price hike. Again, leave your comments down below on how you're feeling about this, because I think I made it very clear. I fucking hate it. I think it's. I don't just think it sucks. I know it sucks. It's terrible. I feel for those who can't afford it already. I mean, there's shit. There's times where my wife and I are surprised by the fucking bill. And like, you can read your own meter, send it into them, and they could fucking completely just go, yeah, it wasn't done on time, even though it was on time. And they're like, well, you're just gonna have to fucking pay the estimate, and just we'll credit you back the month after that, which is such bullshit. Okay, you have this reading of the meters due by, say, the 23rd, and you get it in by the 21st, and for whatever reason they fucking screw up and they don't get it in on time, and then they blame you for it. It's happened. That's why I'm mentioning this, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that has experienced this. I'm sure that there's other people here that have experienced it. It's bullshit, and then you're left to pay this estimate, which is ungodly. And then, they go based off of the faith of, well, you'll be credited back next month. Don't worry about it. We'll make it right. You're not making it right. Make it right now. Before I let you go, I will say there was another time where they charged me twice for the same month when I had placed the payment to go through. And it was like 200 and I forget what it was. But the bill had doubled. They had charged me twice on accident. And when I called about it to let them know that the mistake had happened, they told me, there's nothing we can do about it. We'll reimburse you next month with credit. And I told them, yeah, well, the bills that I have due right now, other than RG&E, aren't going to wait till next month, because RG&E does not want to rectify the issue that they had caused by double charging me to begin with. Can I get it done now and only pay one time? And they told me basically in more professional words to go fuck myself and to hold off until next month when they will credit me, which they ended up doing. Nobody else ended up helping me in that situation, and it caused me some issues at the time. This is like a few years ago, and I was not happy about it. The customer service there sucks, especially the call center. And there's just so many headaches that go along with this company. And it sucks. There's nothing anybody can do about it. You're at the mercy of RG&E. And there is no other service. There's no other company you can get the service for gas and electric from. So you're just left bending the knee and spreading your cheeks. And that's, to me, should be illegal, but they somehow get away with it. But, I hope other than that, everyone else is having a good time, good week. I look at this and I go, how much more can we take? How much more can we take? I mean, we're just getting bombarded left and right with price hikes. It's ungodly. They want to talk about, due to inflation, due to the economic state of our society and blah blah blah, we have to raise the prices of this. We have to raise the cost of living. We have to raise the cost of gas and electric. But nobody once sits there and says, with all of that inflation and the economic state and all that shit, nobody ever says, let's raise your salary or your hourly wage to offset any of this stuff. Nobody ever does that. And when everybody talks about, let's do this, that, and the other, they're like, oh God, no, it'll get even higher. It's like, but why does it get higher? They're already raising the prices. They're already raising the fucking costs. And you're going to sit there and say, we can't pay people more because, God forbid, we pay anybody more to be able to afford the price hikes. We have to raise the prices even more after that. Okay. Right. Make it make fucking sense. All you're trying to do is sit there and say, we can raise our prices. We don't fucking care if you can afford it or not. But we're not going to pay our employees more. Gotcha. And that goes all across the board. I'm not talking just about RG&E. That goes for everybody. But that's all right. I'm sure AI will take care of everything. I'm sure once artificial intelligence is, implemented into the system of employment when it comes to these things. I'm sure they'll have it all under control with their algorithms, and I'm sure everything will be just fucking dandy. Until then, go to the mbalmeffect.com. Check us out there, and keep your eyes and ears open. The best way to keep your eyes and ears open for when we go live and upload new content is to go to the M-Balm Effect YouTube channel, hit that bell, hit that subscribe button. You get notified. You'll know when we go live, when we upload new content, etc., etc. You can hear us bitching about this shit. We can grieve with you. You can be pissed off and grieve against us. You can, whatever you want to do. Just subscribe to the YouTube channel. Smash the bell. Harder than RG&E smashing our wallets. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.